we have organized the 10th multimedia campaign, which is the banner is behind me. The 10th multimedia campaign is organized by NSACS and supported by NACO, that is National AIDS Control Organization. The National AIDS Control Organization has been supporting the northeastern states through this multimedia campaign since 2009. It is a campaign where youths are targeted, and it's a campaign to encourage youths through music, since Northeast people are lovers of music and sports. So it is one of the theme and awareness came where youths are targeted and then they are motivated through this campaign. So today, we have finished the 10th multimedia campaign for the district level zone, that is Dimapur. So we have 3 participants. Earlier there was supposed to be 5 bands who will be participating, but unfortunately due to some circumstances, 2 bands opted out from the competition. Today we had 3 bands who had competed today. That is the Code 27 band, Pineapple Express, and next to Blue Moon. The winners of the district level competition, that is the winner and the first runners-up, they will be competing at the state grand finale, scheduled to be held on the month of November at Kohima. So they will be competing there, and after the competition from the state level, they will represent Nagaland State AIDS Control Society in the Northeast level, that is to be held at Sikkim.
I'm Lucy. I'm from Positive Network of People Living with HIV/AIDS. You all know that. Have you ever heard the name of Positive Network of People Living with HIV/AIDS? Come on, yes, say it out. Have you heard? Then have you ever heard about HIV positive people? Yes, but you haven't heard about HIV Positive Network. I am the president of Dimapur People Living with HIV/AIDS. And I'm also HIV positive. I've been living with HIV since 2002, and I'm still surviving. Aren't you shocked? Why? Can someone tell me why? Because I'm on antiretroviral treatment therapy, that is ART. I'm taking HIV/AIDS drugs for the last 16 years. Because of that, I'm still alive. Had I never taken my ARV medicine, I would have died long time back. But I'm still surviving, and I'm working for my community people. You know why? I've not been on the stage since 3 years back, because I don't want to. But today I take the privilege, because our TBO, she told me that it's about youth. So why I'm standing here is because for you people, for you youth, I want to convey the message that as a youth, there are many youths who are becoming infected with HIV/AIDS. Because of this, I'm standing here. I just want to convey you all that be protective to yourself and to your family, because you are still too young. If I say sex, then you will say that it's gender, male or female. But I'll tell you directly, if you really want to have fuck, I'll say that. Use condom. Don't infect to other people. Because many youths, they never tell their HIV status to their partners. Instead of it, they are infecting the other partners. That is why I'm telling you all. Thank you.
Among the youth to create HIV awareness among them. This multimedia campaign is a special package provided by the National AIDS Control Organization since 2009, especially for the state AIDS control societies in the northeastern states, so as to create HIV awareness among the youths. The campaign is strategized based on the popularity of youth-driven activities like music, sports, etc., where most of the youths are influenced through these activities. The main aims and objectives of the campaign is to greater visibility for the issue of HIV and AIDS, encourage safe and responsible behavior among the youth, reduce the level of stigma and discrimination by demystifying HIV/AIDS, to promote HIV/AIDS related services, especially HIV testing, and also to create general awareness about HIV and AIDS. This multimedia campaign is being held simultaneously at Mokokchung and Dimapur now, that is today. And the winning band will be, the selected band, the winning band will further compete in the state level. So with this, I thereby would like to wish the bands competing today to progress further and wish that they will represent our state at the Northeast level and also bring laurel to our state by winning the Northeast level. And thus, with this, I end my note with the hope that the message of HIV and AIDS reaches out to the population so that HIV issues will be the talk of every household and with which we can end the HIV pandemic. Thank you so much.
Friends, as I sit and down there and listen to the band, it took me down to the memory lane of 20, 30 years back. I'm old now, but listening to the music, it took me back to my younger days and how nostalgic I feel sitting down there listening to the band. Thank you so much. Music is such a very strong element that brings people of different ages together under one platform as such today. And it's a wonderful opportunity for me to stand here, sitting with college students and with my peers, listening to the music as well as to different items. A wonderful evening to all of you, respected compare of this wonderful program, officials from DAPCU, Health Department, friends from the NGO sector, as well as from different facilities, college students, and my dear friends. We are all gathered here under the theme, HIV prevention starts with me. How true it is, right? How true it is. HIV prevention starts with me. Program of multimedia campaign called by Nagaland State AIDS Control Society. And we are all privileged to be part of this program, to not only listen to the music from the different bands, but also hear to the live testimonial as well as to the different messages. Now, if we look into our country, we have around 28, 29 states with 8 union territories. Out of this, Nagaland stands the second when it comes to HIV prevalence. We are not mamuli when it comes to HIV. We stand the second when it comes to the prevalence of HIV-infected individuals in the state out of these 28, 29 states and union territories. Earlier, during our youth days, some 20, 30 years back, the HIV transmission was mostly driven by injecting drug use. But today, it is through sexual route. And that is a fact that we have to accept. Our today's generation especially those who are below the age of 30, has never known a society or a world that is without HIV. Many of you have responded yes when Lucy said, have you heard about positive? Yes. From the day we born and as we grow and as we are today, we were part of this HIV. And very sad to say that the future, the coming years, the next generation that we are looking at looks gloom. If it goes by the pace that we are moving today, when it comes to the infection of HIV and AIDS, particularly to the young people. Particularly to the young people who are between the age of 15 to 25 or 30. HIV/AIDS among the youth is a bigger problem. The problem is so big among the young people that many cannot comprehend that. It is having a significant impact on young people because the rate of infection among this group of people between the age of 15 to 25 or between 15 to 30 is growing exponentially. Today, if we look at the global data or our state data, young people accounts for 40% of the new infection that is happening, the new HIV infection. Young people comprises of around 40%. Every day, data shows that around 2,400 young people are getting infected with HIV. 2 out of 7 are among the younger population. This is the reality that we are living today when it comes to HIV and AIDS. And friends, looking at this reality, if we as young people do not prepare ourselves, the future that we are looking ahead of as young students, as young people, the future that we are looking forward to looks very gloom. Looks very gloom. However, the concern is that many of us young people who are living with HIV, the virus is there in our body. Many of us young people between the age of 15 to 25, 15 to 30, many of us who are living with HIV, we do not know that we have the virus in our body. We have the virus in our body. Many of us do not know. There are a lot of researchers, there are a lot of studies that has been conducted on this, and some of the findings of the reason why we don't know about our status are, number one, low perception of risks. Low perception of risks among the younger generation, younger population. We do not feel that I am at risk of getting infected with HIV. We do not perceive the magnitude, the severity of this. I feel that I am free. HIV will not come to me. So that low perception of risks, because of that, there are so many young people who do not know their HIV status. Secondly, low rate of testing. When it comes to testing, many of us feel scared. Many of us shy away. We say, no, no, no. Even though the testing unit comes to our doorstep, we deny the testing. We feel scared to go for HIV testing. And because of that, many of us are not aware of our HIV status, be it both negative or positive. Thirdly, Lucy have rightly said, but this is the fact and we have to talk about it. Low condom usage among the younger population. Please don't feel uncomfortable, but this is the reality of our society today. And studies have clearly shown that, especially among the younger population between the age of 15 to 25, 30, condom usage is very, very low. And because of that, the transmission from one person to another becomes very easy through sexual route, as I have mentioned earlier. Next is because of substance use. I said earlier, some 20 years back, 30 years back, the infection, the epidemic was driven by injecting drug use. Today it is through sexual route. But even today, we see among the younger population, people who are injecting, people who are sharing not only needle syringe, but also the equipments of those for injection. So through this substance use, people are getting infected from one person to another person. Another reason is the stigma that is hovering around the word HIV. The discrimination that is hovering around the word HIV. When we say HIV, we feel scared, or there is something that blocks us to go near or to talk about it. And because of this stigma and discrimination, we feel scared to openly talk about this. So the research says stigma discrimination also, this allows us to come forward for testing or to come forward to talk about HIV and AIDS. And finally, the study also shows that inadequate sex education in schools and colleges. We learn about sex education from mobiles. We learn about sex education from our peers. Sometimes it is misleading, sometimes it is over bumpered with different messages. But if there are appropriate, age-appropriate curriculum for school students, for college students, we learn about sex education. That's how we stay protected, or we lead responsible individuals in the society. So another finding that researchers and studies have shown is that many of the young people who are not aware of the studies but living with HIV is because of inadequate sex education in schools and colleges. Friends, this is the reality that we are living in today. What can we do as young people, the leaders of the future generation? What can we do? As the slogan says, HIV prevention starts with me. Friends, let us get educated on what is this HIV and what is this AIDS. Let us learn the basics about HIV, how it is transmitted, how it is prevented, what are the treatment options that are available. Secondly, let's openly talk about HIV. Talk with your friends, talk with your parents, talk with your teachers, talk with the responsible elders with whom I am comfortable with whom you are comfortable with. Let us not shy away from this topic, but friends, let's talk about this. Thirdly, it is very important for all of us to get tested for HIV, to know our status. It is very important for us to get tested for HIV, to know our status and live a responsible and healthy life. If we are negative in the testing that we go through, then we live a responsible life, live a protected life. However, if we are tested positive, there are advanced treatment options. Though till date, medical science have not come out with a cure for HIV, yet there are advanced treatment which helps a person who is infected with HIV to live a healthy and productive life in the society. So friends, I encourage all of us to let's get educated with what HIV and AIDS is. Let's talk about HIV. Go for HIV testing, and if we are tested positive, get into treatment to live a protective life. Stay safe and stay protected. Thank you so much.
So the 10th Multimedia Campaign of NSACS Zonal District Level Band Competition. Let me start from the bottom, okay? Do you have any cases? The second runner-up, Pineapple Express. Could you please come up to the stage to receive a cash prize of rupees 10,000, please? For this, I request my co-judge, Mr. Yakam Jika, to please come over and hand over the cash prize of rupees 10,000 to Pineapple Express. Come on, you can do better than that. You deserve it. Yeah! Now, if I announce one name, you'll know who the winner is, right? So the first runner-up of the 10th Multimedia Campaign of NSACS Zonal District Level Band Competition is... Any cases? Come on. Code 27! You get a cash prize of rupees 15,000. Keep that going, come on, keep that going. Right, thank you. And the winner of the 10th Multimedia Campaign of NSACS Zonal District Band Competition is... Next to Blue Moon! Thank you so much for being a part of this. Be safe and stay safe. God bless you all.
Hello, dear youths. I'm Lucy. I'm the president of Positive Network of Dimapur. I just want to encourage you youths that it is better to stay safe rather than getting infected with HIV, because you people never knew what we are going through. So be safe and be healthy. Thank you.